too long. I've been waiting on the drummer to kick off a comeback song. I've been waiting in the wings like a dog on a chain. I can feel this fire building up a little while, and when check the wire.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. So good to have you here with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson getting set for kickoff here. Greg, no matter how many ways we look at this game, it always comes down to one stat, doesn't it? How you take care of the ball.
Yeah, it's just so crazy, Mike, that every single week, no matter how complex these matchups get, how many factors there are to determining who wins and who loses any game in the NFL, at the top of the list, the most important metric that everybody studies, can you protect the ball on offense and can you take it away on defense? And I don't think today's matchup is any different. Can you be aggressive and take care of the ball? And on defense, if you get your opportunity to take it away and give it back to your offense, you've got to make the play.
Good job in coverage. They're going to get them down short of the 20-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. Past midfield. Inside the 30. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 81 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Brown now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll air it out down the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 38 yards. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. To throw again is Murray. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And I can can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Here comes Worthy to return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The drive will start on the ground. Finding room at the 35. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds. Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
And he'll finally be taken down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. A big play there for Baltimore. It's a gain of 34. First down throw for Murray. That is caught at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
That's another Baltimore first down.
This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Brings up
Second and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
From the gun, it's Murray. And he'll take it on in. Facial shooting. Touchdown, Ravens. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Brown now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be... Out of bounds, but a very solid return. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Looking from the shotgun, it's Murray. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Murray now on second down. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. As they've got it with 1st and 10. Throwing again is Murray. Flush to his right. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Finds Nakua on the slant. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Didn't get the hop he was hoping for. It bounds into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Murray. Forced out wide. Off he goes. He'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Second and a yard. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And I don't think he got that wrapped up in the line of scrimmage. And now you're looking at third down. At the throw is Murray. That'll be complete to Tootin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Raven first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, nothing doing here. I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
On third down, Murray. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. It's a big one for the Ravens. 39 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Go.
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now second down throw from Murray. And he's into the end zone yet again. Facial Tootin. Touchdown Baltimore. What a half he is putting together. That's his 3rd touchdown already.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
And they'll get him out of bounds, but a good return to the 30. first and 10. Murray. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And this is going to end up way short of the...
Stay with me. You ain't gotta go. You can with me. We can hang out, do the day with me. You tryna be a man, it can stay friendly. We could do the beach, we can hang out. Get something to eat, go to my house. You can spend the night till we wake up. Do it all again, cause it ain't mud. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
And off we go from Las Vegas.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Right to the air. Here's Murray. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And Oliver gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. Murray now. And he's got Shockey. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Escaping the pressure right. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it, and they got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Give him 9 on the scramble there, and it'll leave him with a second and just a couple of inches.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
An inside give, Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they're going to be set down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Here's Hurts to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jonnu Smith, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Saints nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they try to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Flushed out right. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Will go down as a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Murray going to throw. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. 9 yards that time.
A gain of 9 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So second and long, you've got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Murray. That's caught by his tight end, Shaggy. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Or maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here in the middle of the field, still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Short throw to Smith. He's across midfield. And he gets this one down to the 24. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 24-yard
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. T. Higgins, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Saints 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Flush to his right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Murray. Pass complete down in the corner. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Throwing again, Murray. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And his kick here is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. Out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Shreds it with a stiff arm. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I think in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Steps away. 42-yard line here. Burned down there. Given 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave them still a few inches shy with third down looming.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. It's his target. It's Adrian Peterson. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adrian Peterson, 41 yards. And the Saints have cut the lead back down to 2. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
We talk about mobility in quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
73.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Here's a jet sweep. This is Addison. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Hurts on the move to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a jet sweep. This is Addison. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now 1st and goal.
3-yard line.
Brown will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
This is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And the lead is now 21-14. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They start the drive with Peterson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Murray connecting with Andrews.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's 3rd down now. Back to throw. Murray. And it went off the mark. A little late with the throw.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 21-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to his left. And he's going to have a ring of 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what they had right, scrambling for that first, after the deep blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
That makes the score the Raiders 29, Saints 14.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. It across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here comes second down. Murray now to throw. He's got his man Cruz. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
To you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Alright, all your men have been to jail before. Whoa, and all them upper cats you run with, get done with, done quick. You gonna approach the dog with some bump. Alright, they go to click. Now I'm 1-1, all over some dump. Ain't that some? It's the mommy of. Every time you come around, it's like I just gotta get my. You think you talking true, but I'm not him, alright, Slim? So watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue. Or maybe they just saying that now cause they miss you. Try to diss you, that's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. Off the chain, I leave soft for the brain. Still want the fame, off the name. First of all, you ain't rap long enough to be with me. And you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is you, they got you thinking that you Superman. I got the kryptonite. Now, my the mic. Yeah, characters, not even good actors. What's gonna be the outcome? Let's add up all the factors. You act, you twisted, your girls are whoa. You broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody knows. Your old man say you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mother. I never let her go. I'm tired of weak whining over that don't belong to them. What's wrong with them? It's up for real, like my mans in them, who get it all in the strength of their hands with them. Man, y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. I bring down rings so heavy it hurts the head. No more talk, put them in the stand. You keep off, that you trying to end up. Cause if I end up fed, I end up. Cause you just soft type. What? Fake up north type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is a dog, blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger the order, the more we run out. When up in there, everybody come out. When nobody burn out, sun in the sun out. I'ma keep out. Running his mouth, I'ma flung out. Listen, yo, it's about to be. You know who gon' find you? Some old man fishing. Grandma wishing you'll the best, but it's hard to digest with the size of your chest. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in